councilmen, Washkitoy, Benjamin, that's Benjamin's today, their ancestor. Patakago sons, kapapamachako, kamyoachako, good spirit. Kishigawa, a sky child, and Sasakamos. Alec talked about TLE. Wayne talked about TLE. Treaties. That's who set those things in place for us. Today, though, our treaties are slowly getting whittled down by government. I talked about that man in Saskatoon that was talking about why can't my granddaughter get $1,500 worth of teeth work, dental work? We're suffering in that medicine area. We have to go after government. We have to go after the doctors and the governments. Not only them, but the dispensers of drugs there too. We have to go after them to fight for you guys, for those little ones in the future. But there has to be equal treatment too for our band members, like that letter said from Margaret. One of our ladies had an emergency operation for a grandchild in Edmonton. Got $150 from here, the office. Meanwhile, the golfers are enjoying $650 entrance fee every weekend, paid for by the office. Where's the equality there? Where's the priority there? We've got to look at the health of our young people and our people first before those adults get to enjoy the golf course. I talked about TLE, that there's 4 points that have to be changed in that agreement before it goes out to the people. They have to be changed to protect the generations in the future, like Ahenakew gave us and our young ones today, the freedom to roam this land, to enjoy this land. There's 4 points that we definitely have to change so that our children down the road, those that are not born yet, can enjoy this land the way we have. We have to do that for them. I thank Chief Ahenakew for establishing this land for us in Prince Albert. I thank Kamyoastleton, Fine Hat, another one of his sons that took over as hereditary chief, Kamyoastleton. And then Alan Ahenakew, I thanked him as well. 53 years he kept this reserve under hereditary law, hereditary rule. The Indian Act came into play to have elections. And from there on, it was elections. Paul Ahenakew was the chief. I thanked him for the band funds that he brought in. Good years, and like I said in PA, 60, 70, 80,000. Bad years, about 40,000. But it still helps, because government money is never enough to run operations of the band for the people. Never enough. Then I thank Lancelot Ahenakew for being a chief there for a period of time with Wayne being on council. And these are facts. Wayne helped bring in with Lancelot the arena, the hall, and the school. And then Paul again took over and completed the school and completed the arena. We have lots to thank them for. And then Clifford Ahenakew bringing our children back to the reserve. And then myself as well, like I said, in PA, walking right into Parliament building to bring the second part of addition to that school in Ottawa with the Deputy Prime Minister. I've talked to a lot of them bigwigs, big shot type of people. They're people just like us. They have children, they have grandchildren. They're not on any pedestal that we can't sit there and talk to them as well. face to face for the benefit of our people. I've helped people here. I told Jason here on nomination day he was going to Germany. I think council were wanting to okay him $1,500 to go to Germany. He was there for how long? And I said no. He gets $3,000. At least that will be fairly sufficient because of the cost of living overseas is high. My own children have suffered when I was chief. My daughter went to Singapore. I couldn't give her any money. Council should have stood up and said, we give you a little bit of money to travel. But that's traveling. But representing our band at Ahenakew, doing a great thing for us wherever they travel. My son just come back from Afghanistan not that too long ago. He went and fought for us. I was at a meeting in Mantusagag in Watras. There was members of the legislature there from Regina. Lots of people sitting there, about 3 times the amount of people here, maybe 4 times the amount. And they got me to get up and speak. They had just cut down the carton of cigarettes to one carton a week for people. That's still a lot of cigarettes, I guess, for people who smoke, but not enough for people who smoke lots. But anyway, the tax-free situation, when I spoke there, I said I put on a prairie chicken dance. Actually, it's a Thunderbird dance from old days, because I made a vow. If my son came back from Afghanistan sound of mind, not damaged, with his limbs, his arms intact and his legs intact, I was going to put on that dance to thank God in the old way of that ceremony, to thank God. And he came home safe, even though he was right where the explosions were. 3 times, he should have been dead 3 times, but something protected him. And when he came home, I was very, very thankful. But he went to fight for those MLAs, I told them. He fought for you and he fought for me. For freedom. To enjoy our land, Saskatchewan. I'm hearing the jingle. But anyway, there's a thing that I don't like that's happened here. June 11th, human rights law has come into this reserve and every other reserve in Saskatchewan and Canada because no leader has stood up to fight that human rights now has jurisdiction on our land, which never should have happened. Never should have happened. They can overrule the chief and council. They can overrule the school. They can overrule any office here. That's human rights now, what they've done. That should never have happened, but it's happened. And that's wrong, because this is our country.